Today was insane for Pokemon TCG news. For starters, the Pokemon Company officially confirmed that the 2025 standard format rotation will happen on March 27th in Pokemon TCG Live and on April 11th in real life. This will remove all F-block cards from standard, including Pokemon V and Radiance. You can check out my rotation guide from earlier this month for more details, which I'll link in the description. Expanded was also mentioned, with the Pokemon Company confirming that it will remain black and white forward for 2025. However, they didn't say anything about whether black and white or X and Y cards will be added to Pokemon TCG Live, something they promised over 3 years ago. Then, they officially announced Journey Together, our first main set of 2025 and the start of the I block of cards. I'll have my preview up in just over a week, but for now, we know Journey Together will feature 159 cards in the main set, over 180 cards in total, more than 40 trainers Pokemon, 16 Pokemon EX and EX for each of the 4 trainers on the booster packs, which are Hop, Ino, Lily, and N, and more than 15 trainer cards. If that wasn't enough, trademarks for Japanese TCG sets were filed, hinting at Mega Evolution returning to the game. Mega Brave and Mega Symphonia should be the names of upcoming Japanese sets, which will likely coincide with the release of Pokemon Legends ZA later this year. Mega Evolution was a thing in the XY era, but doing so ended your turn unless you attached a Spirit Link first. So they'll either have to change the mechanic or make the cards super busted to make them worth the headache. Pokebeach also compiled the currently expected Japanese release schedule, which includes the Glory of Team Rocket in April and June sets featuring every Unova Pokemon. We should then see all of those cards in English a few months after Japan. And just like when they take their socks off, revealing a 6th toe in the process, there's even more to get excited about. When Prismatic Evolutions comes to Pokemon TCG Live on Thursday, January 16th at 9 AM Pacific, 12 PM Eastern, you'll be able to grab free Flareon EX and Regidrago VStar decks from the new Battle Pass. Unfortunately, only the Flareon EX deck is free at Tier 0, while the Regidrago deck isn't available until Tier 33. Thankfully, due to the fact that you get 600 plus XP from a win now, reaching Tier 33 can be done in as little as a week. Starting with Flareon EX, it's the best possible deck they could have given at Tier 0, as it's realistically the only new archetype from Prismatic Evolutions with a chance to impact the meta. And when it comes to this list, they really spoiled us. Not only do we get 3 Flareon EX, 3 Eevee, and 2 Eevee EX, but there's also a copy of Jolteon EX and Vaporeon EX. Jolteon's great for Flareon, Vaporeon not so much. On top of all those new cards, we also get Noctowl, Pheasantipede EX, and Sparkling Crystal, making the deck pretty close to competitive already. I'd even go so far as to say it's one of the best free decks we've ever received through the Battle Pass, not counting any decks they took from tournaments. By getting to Tier 29 on the Battle Pass, you'll unlock illustration rare versions of Flareon EX, Jolteon EX, and Vaporeon EX, as well as a Gold Gravity Mountain and Area 0. Because we don't have English scans of all the new cards, I had to use Japanese versions of the cards to show off the arts. Then at Tier 31, you'll get another copy of this illustration rare Flareon EX. And finally, at Tier 74, you'll receive illustration rare copies of Eevee EX plus all of its evolutions. Looking at the free Regidrago VStar deck, which is unlocked at Tier 33 of the Battle Pass, it's the exact same list Evan Pavelski used to win the Seniors Division at Worlds way back in August. The only difference is that the version on PTCGL will give us full arts of several cards, including Regidrago VStar and Dragapult EX. Obviously, Regidrago is a great deck, just keep in mind that it will be rotating at the end of March, so play it while you can. And to the person who just spent thousands of credits crafting every Regidrago card to play it before rotation yesterday, I'm sorry. Then by getting the Battle Pass to Tier 63, you'll unlock several more hyper rare versions of cards for Regidrago VStar, including 3 Regidrago V, 3 Teal Masked Ogerpon EX, 4 Gold Energy Switch, and 2 Dragapult EX. Of course, next week brings a new update to Pokemon TCG Live. While Prismatic Evolutions won't be out until Thursday, the update will go live 2 days earlier on Tuesday, January 14th, bringing with it 8 hours of downtime. I know I tell people to set their expectations low when it comes to new patches, but even this is disappointing. Aside from the new cards, there's nothing noteworthy. Ditto being able to use Terrakian's attack infinitely will be fixed, and that's about it. Ironically, despite the fact that they refuse to give us any update on when full expanded's being added, half of the card fixes are for expanded cards. Lily's Full Force, Ditto from Detective Pikachu, Volcarona from Shining Legends, Gladion from Crimson Invasion, and Duststone from Unbroken Bonds are all getting fixed. So the next time you ask for boring things like being able to mute your opponent or being able to actually select cards from your deck properly, remember that they're focusing on more important things like Sun and Moon cards no one uses. January 16th also marks the Rank Ladder reset. In case you've forgotten, no matter where you got to, you'll be sent back down to Poké League and have to climb back up to Arceus League. Losing doesn't cost you rank points until you hit Master League, so it's not difficult. And the best among us, like me obviously, can get to Arceus League in just under 50 matches. As a result of the Flareon EX deck being given away for free, the amount of credits you'll need to craft all the best cards in Prismatic Evolutions goes down dramatically. Before, it was about 5,500. Thanks to the fact that every meaningful evolution is free, that number goes down to under 2,000. Yeah, aside from Badu and Regidrago, don't expect Prismatic Evolutions to be an impactful set on the metagame. Though those two will have quite a big impact. What do you think of the new free decks? Let everyone know in the comments.